What's up, y'all? As promised in my last video, I'm bringing you the books that I've been reading. I've read 3 of them. I've read 3 of them in the last 8 or 9 days, and I started one yesterday. And I haven't, where's my bookmark? Oh, there it is. And I haven't gotten too far. I started it last night. So today I'm going to talk about what I have already read, what I liked, what I didn't like. Can we just talk about how beautiful? Look, we're just going to do this now, okay? The first one that I read was The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I haven't read a book this cute and good in a long time. So it is your typical little romantic comedy style book, and it is predictable. If you read these kinds of books, then you're going to be able to tell exactly what's going to happen. But there's nothing wrong with that. Very cute book. It is not PG. I don't even know that it is PG-13. I don't know. It was a good book, though. It was a cute story. I cried several times. Not that that means anything or takes very much effort, but I did cry. Really cute book. I get all of my books either on Amazon or at Half Price Books unless I see it somewhere. I just have to have it. But I got this at Half Price Books for like $8, and it was worth it. It was a really cute book. I really liked it. She has some other titles out that I haven't read. Apparently there are 5 of them. Oh! It's not a she! It's a them! I didn't know that. It says Christina Lauren is the combined pen name of longtime writing partners, besties, Christina Hobbs and Laura Billings. Okay, so it's a writing duo. I did not know that. Good job, girls. That's so funny that I just saw that. Anyway, there are like 5 more books, or at least. That's just what's back here in the back of the book. Oh, wait. 6. I'll be getting them all. If they're anything like this, I'll be getting them all. So once I finish the 8 books that I've ordered in the last 2 weeks, which I'm almost halfway done. So once I've done that, I'm going to order the rest of her books. Their books. The books. Really good book. If you're a reader, pick it up. I had it read in a day and a half. Actually, it wasn't even in a day and a half. That was the next one. This one I read in about 9 hours. Yeah. So it was too good to put down. I bought 2 books by Jasmine Guillory. I love the way that she writes. Again, they're your typical little rom-com, cutesy books. I like to read that. I like to read sweet little romantic stories. Who wants to read about the way life really is? I don't want to do that. So I read these instead. And I ordered this one on Amazon because I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I found this one at Half Priced Books. So I went ahead and read it. And I shouldn't have, and that was my bad. The main characters in The Wedding Date are also main-ish characters in The Wedding Party. Like, in The Wedding Party, the characters from that book are brought together by the main girl in this book. So I read this one first, so by the time I got to this one and realized what I had done, I already knew what was going to happen with these 2. But it was still a good book, and I still enjoyed it. Just, if you're going to get them, The Wedding Date goes first, and then you read The Wedding Party. Don't be like me. Again, they are not G-rated. They are PG-13 at least. They're both good. One wasn't better than the other. One thing about the way she writes, though, is like the commentaries, I guess, they're exactly the same. Which, I mean, that's just her writing style, and I get it, but they're exactly the same. But the stories are good. They're good. It's all good. I loved them. I'll read more of her stuff. One that I'm reading now is The Bride Test. Y'all, I don't know. Usually, like, I started this book last night, and usually I'd be halfway to 3/4 of the way done with a book like this. It's small. I don't know if it's because, for one, all of the names in the book are very, they're very Asian names. Actually, they're like from Vietnam, I think. Like, I want to be specific to the story. Yeah, they're from Vietnam. So, I can't pronounce the names, so I already feel like disconnected from the story. And the writing's a little dry. It's not pulling me in, I'll be honest. I'm going to read it because it was recommended by Sarah Ray Vargas, who I feel like I talk about in every video. But I'm going to read it because she said it was, worth reading. But it's a struggle for me right now. I would normally be done with this book already. So, I don't know. The cover's cute. And the idea of the story is, again, it's a cultural thing, I guess. I can't connect with the story because it's just, my culture is completely different. It's, the young girl meets a woman who wants to basically hire her to make her son fall in love with her so they can get married. And that's a big part of the culture in this book. And I just can't relate to that. So it's hard for me. I'm having trouble connecting because when I read a book, I want to be able to put myself in the place of the leading lady, I guess. And I could do that with any of these books, even though this young lady in this book is Latina and the women in this book are African American. I can still, there are no huge cultural things taking place in these books that I can't connect with. So I'm struggling with The Bride Test, but I'm really trying. I think it'll be good once I can get into it. I don't know what chapter I'm on, y'all. And I only really get to read in the evenings after my kids have gone to bed. So I'm in chapter 8. And that just blows my mind because usually I'd be done by now. But I'm going to give it a chance. But so far, it doesn't compare to these books. Like I said, I read this one in 8 or 9 hours. Could not put it down. And this one, I'm struggling just to pick up. So, I've got more on my to-do list. Let me see if I can find them. I've been reading Meg Cabot books since I was a teenager because she does have the young adult fiction. Oh, that one looks cute. So, I ordered this. No judgments. I haven't started reading it yet. Again, Sarah Ray Vargas told me to. And I ordered this off Amazon. I've seen everybody and their mama talking about this book. But I got it because Sarah Ray Vargas told me to. I haven't read it yet. It is way outside of the norm for me as far as what I read. I stick to romantic comedies usually. I swear, I will go all day and my phone won't ring. Nobody want nothing to do with me. And the second I sit down to do something, I'm suddenly important. Anyway, Where the Crawdads Sing. Way outside of my usual preferred genre. But I'm going to read it. I've heard only good things about it. I do not, fun fact, weird fact, I hate hardback books. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. I tried everything in my power to not get a hardback copy of this book, and it just wasn't in the stars for me. But I am going to read it, and I'm excited to read it. I just feel like it's kind of a heavy book, and I haven't been able to make myself do it yet. I think once I finish the Bride test, I'll go ahead and read Where the Crawdads Sing, because that'll still leave me a couple of other like lighthearted books that I can read. Another one that I got at Half Price Books was Can You Keep a Secret? Sophie Kinsella. She wrote the Shopaholic or Confessions of a Shopaholic books, whatever. I haven't read them. She's a little cutesy author too. These are not new. This is not like a new title. This is an older book. It's cutesy, so I'm going to read it. And then Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. Haven't read it. Don't know anything about her. Liked the cover art. Picked up the book. Read a little bit about it. I don't know. It's about little teenagers. This is the kind of stuff I was reading in like middle school. I don't know. I'll read it. We'll see if I like it or not. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to know if I like it. I am, for the most part, I am a Jasmine Guillory kind of girl. And apparently a Christina Lauren girl now too. So, all good books. If you're a reader, you need them all. Well, if you like this kind of writing, you need them all. Love them, love them. After I read all these, I'll do a whole other video on them. I am hoping that this, if I remember correctly, when Sarah Ray Vargas was talking about this book, I think she said the same thing, that it like took her a while to like it. But she's like me. If she pays money for something, she's going to get her money out of it. And I'm reading this book. I don't care if it takes me a year. I'm reading this book because I paid for it. But I am hoping that it pulls me in at some point. And most likely what I'm going to do is Google the names in this book so Google can tell me how to say them. And I can connect to the story a little bit. So that's where we're at for today.